What's going on, everybody in YouTube world? This is the Cockney Biker, and joining me today is my good friend Uncle Red. Well, Uncle Red Devil. I was going to say Red Baron.
No, we don't use those names.
Yeah, so we a few weeks ago we decided we're going to try a little international collaboration video where I ride around in my hometown in the bottom end of America, and he rides around his hometown in the middle of England. Well, actually no, it's the southeast of England.
Yeah.
And basically for the miracle of British Telecom and Google, we are having a nice little band here. Now you'll be surprised to know that the weather seems to be a little bit dodgy. In Louisiana right now it's a little bit nippy, it's overcast, and yeah, it's definitely spotting with rain. Let me give my camera a little wipe here just to make sure that it's not sporadic.
Okay, I'm on the road and rolling.
Alright, I'm about to get killed by some driver.
Awesome.
Straight off the bat.
Can't be having that.
Always the way, innit?
Of course, yeah.
Alright. But they just don't bother with their indicators here. You'll see when as I pull off, the guy he turned left.
Right.
No indicator, nothing to say, hey, this is what I intend on doing.
Nah, of course not. I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
That would be polite, and that would be, you know, that would be helpful.
Well, that's the thing about where I live in Louisiana. Everyone's all about chivalry, but no one's about politeness. Open the doors for ladies, they're all like that, but when it comes to road etiquette, they're like, I don't know what to do. I'm useless.
What's these yellow things on the side of the car? I don't get it. Oh,
yeah.
I did. I had to go at a BMW driver a little while ago because basically, as you said, no sign of indication, cut me up 2 or 3 times. So when we came up to the next sort of roundabout ahead, I parked up next to him. His window was down. I said, "Excuse me, I don't want to be rude or anything, but do these cars come off the production line with indicators already there, or do you have to pay extra for those? Because you ain't using them." Oh dear. I think you got the idea pretty quick. But you know, it's just another cyclist having a go at a driver, really, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's just one of them things. It's like if you ever come to America, there's a couple of things that you really have to pay attention to, and that is the fact that in some states, now not all states, now there are some states where they're really good. They know what they're doing. They've been trained. Yeah. But in states like this one, no, the signals or the indicator is an optional extra. You know?
Yeah, exactly. So if I don't have to use them, then I ain't gonna bother using them.
Yeah, it's quite interesting, but that's just one of the things. Like I say, and they swap and change lanes like they're on a racetrack, and they treat the yellow light like it's a challenge to kind of blast through before it goes red.
Always, yep.
Yeah. And if you ever come to America, the one thing you'll notice is a distinct lack of roundabouts. There might be 1 or 2, but they're novelties. There are no roundabouts in America per se.
Yeah, I've seen some guys that do a podcast, and they said there's a roundabout nearby them in Texas, and people just can't bloody use the thing. And there's 1 or 2 lanes sort of closed off because they're doing works and all that usual mumbo jumbo. But they've seen some old lady go around it the wrong way, a bit of this, a bit of that, and it's hard to comprehend a roundabout. I can understand that at first glance, but I suppose being British, it's second nature to us, especially if you're where I'm from. Every mile or so is a roundabout on the main roads.
Right.
And once you get out to little villagey areas like this, roundabouts become sort of few and far in between, but they're still a major part of what we have. It keeps the traffic going, and also provides a suitable direction as well, and it saves electricity on lights as well, which is nice. But
well, yeah, they're they do help with the flow of traffic, definitely.
Exactly.
Other than stopping, like in America, like it's the same as in England. You got a stop sign, you stop.
Exactly.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Uncle Red Devil is knocking about on his beautiful Vulcan S Jelly Bean. So we thought we'd just come over here, have a moan about the weather and about the drivers, and go over various topics over the next period of time that we do these collaborations. You know, differences between America and the UK, on what British visitors can expect in America and what American visitors can expect in England, things like that, as well as various other topics of discussion that might be related to the differences between the US and the UK.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited about this, even though I'm getting a little bit damp here. But that's okay. I've got a new tyre on my bike, so it's not going to slip.
Yeah, how's that going for you?
Well, it was a bit of a pain in the arse to jack up the bikes. Now, the thing about Harley Davidsons is that they don't have a centre stand. Neither do, believe it or not, Vulcan S's. But at least with Vulcan S's, you can put a couple of spindles on the back wheel and prop it up using one of those lever things. Now,
exactly.
Harleys are not so much to do that. So I had to buy a lift jack for the bike, and even then it was a little bit precarious. But I managed to get it lifted up, got everything undone, and very carefully took the back wheel off, and I took the back wheel over to a nice mechanic guy who for $60 put a new inner tube and replaced my tyre for me.
Good lad.
And it's one of those Michelin Commander 2s, which are all supposed to be the rage, like the top-notch tyre for, especially for Harleys. Oh, I'm green. Yeah, green light.
Success. Off you go.
Visor down. Yeah. So what about you? You gave Jelly Bean a nice clean up?
Yeah, we took her out for a bit of a spin earlier on, just to warm her up after all the bad weather that we've had and whatnot. And I basically decided, there we go, cyclists, apologies. Yeah, get my words out in a minute. So yeah, we've sort of been, well, while I've been waiting to have a little phone call from Cockney, I've spent the morning cleaning the bike up, just going out for a bit of a ride, having a look around the various areas, took a few pictures of Jelly Bean and a bit of the countryside. And yeah, she's all spick and span, absolutely shiny, love it, and I'm happy to say operating the same as usual, absolutely lovely and aggressive when she needs to be.
Well, you should be very happy about that, because in this state, because it's just heading into springtime, we have been invaded by pollen. Now when I say pollen, you will not believe the amount of pollen that this place has got. I mean, I don't have allergies. I've never had allergies all my life, like hay fever or anything like that.
Yeah.
But all over last week, I was coughing, sneezing, dribbling nosed, everything. And if you anything that you drive, you get up in the morning, you go outside and you take a look at your motor, whether it's a car or a bike or whatever, and it looks dusty. It's like green yellow dust.
Oh really, that bad?
All over your... Yes, it's like people are wasting their time cleaning their cars like this time of year, because I got a video of it, of me having a moan about it. And I'll throw that in the mix there, but I'll tell you, it's horrible.
Yeah.
So, you know, anyone, even if you're a regular rider or a regular driver, your vehicle looks like it's been sitting in a dusty shed for for the last 6 months.
Yeah, exactly.
It's that bad.
I'm sorry, there's a guy running on the road, and he's running on the wrong side of the road. He's got the high vis on, he's got the hat, everything, but you are a nutter, sir. That is ridiculous. I mean, it's literally like he's got the shorts, the high vis jacket, the hat, and he's just running on the right hand side of the road towards traffic.
Well, isn't that meant to be safe? He's running towards traffic so they'll see him and he can see them coming.
Yeah, but at the same time...
They do that in America. They run or they ride towards oncoming traffic if they're on pedal bikes, or if they're jogging or something.
Yeah, but it also drastically reduces the reaction time that both people have. Of course you're going to see each other, but if you're on the left-hand side over here and you're running, then I suppose you have to trust in the drivers to see you and to take proper manoeuvres to avoid you.
Right.
In that case, I don't know, to me it makes absolutely no sense, although I know where you're coming from. It is a matter of, if you can see each other, the runner can jump off the road if it has to, but that's bad.
That's what I mean. If someone loses control and they start seeing them like heading towards you, then like you can jump out of the way. But if you're just coming from behind, you don't know.
Exactly, and you just get taken out oblivious, and then, you know, worst case scenario, you're dead, or you wake up in hospital a few months or whatever later, and it's like, oh, okay, I got hit.
Right.
Fantastic.
Right, let's give this biker a wave. Morning, sir.
Good stuff.
Yeah, in America we wave because we are on the right side of the road. Like that means anyone coming towards you is going to be on the left, so you don't need your left hand when you're rolling, so you can actually give them a wave.
Yeah.
Now in England it's different because you're on the other side of them.
Yeah.
And as a result of that, you nod or you flash?
Usually we'll just give a nod. Myself, I usually just nod directly downwards. There's a lot of bikers who sort of do the tilt to the right. We can still wave, but obviously you want to keep your hands on the controls of the vehicle. And for us to wave, we obviously have to take our left hand off the clutch and then reach over the actual vehicle in order to wave at the
because otherwise you'd have to let go of the throttle.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh dear.
Yeah. Well, the funny thing about that is about riding on different, or like basically driving on different sides of the road. So this is the way that I heard the story. Now, back in the old days, when knights and like war people, like basically armors and like all those sort of guys, when they were out on the horseback on like the lanes, they stayed to the left of the person that they're approaching, in case anything happens. Like they have to pull their swords out, because most people were right-handed, so they did battle with their right hands, and they were therefore on the left of their opponent. So that's why, like England and a lot of countries like in Europe at the time, and Japan and all that, they all drove on the left side of the road.
Makes sense.
And now when the Puritans and all that decided that they were like going to be all holier than thou, after we very rightly kicked them out of the bloody country, sort of England, then they wanted to be on the right side of their opponent so that they could do some sort of blessing or some sort of crissy-crossy motif or something.
Oh, fair enough, okay.
That's the story. Now, I don't know if it's absolutely true, but it sounded plausible.
Yeah, it does from here as well. That'd be interesting to look up, actually.
Yeah, I'm going to Google it.
Yeah, I love
it's amazing things
like
that you hear.
Yeah.
Let us know what you think in the comments. Like and subscribe. There's a subscription button down there. And there's some extra videos over there if you want to check them out. Have a good one. Stay safe.